Setting the timer. Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2 of our 10th free 30-plus day Get Up and Go challenge. Today we're going to talk about WIIFU. Now, you may or may not have heard of WIIFM, depending on what business or industry you're in. But WIIFM is supposedly the most important radio station in the world to each and every one of us, because we are always asking ourselves the question, well, what's in it for me? What's in it for me to do this? What's in it for me to buy that? What's in it for me to drive this car? What's in it for me to take this job? What's in it for me to be in a relationship with this person? We're always asking ourselves, maybe not out loud, but on a subconscious level, what's in it for me? So I like to say WIIFU because I want you to ask yourself what's in it for me, but I also want to know what's in it for you. And I want you to always be asking yourself the question, what's in it for you, for the people that I interact with, to be in relationship with? Keep in mind that there's multiple sides to every story, every situation, every experience, and we want to make sure that we're controlling those in a way that works for us, not necessarily other people's way. So WIIFU is what's in it for you. What's in it for you to do this particular free Get Up and Go challenge? And I'll share I'll share a couple things that I've heard time and time again from people, and then I'll share what's in it for me, what I've been getting out of the challenge. I'll share our tool today. Let's start with that. Our tool today is set point. There are so many things that are really hard to measure in our life. What I've learned over time is that the things that we measure are important to us. We pay attention to them. We pay attention because we have a way of looking at the results. So a lot of things are subjective, though. How do you measure your resistance to changes, challenges, obstacles, setbacks, frustration, failure, etc.? How do you measure that? Well, things that I can't measure and that aren't really measurable in an objective way, I like to create scales and measures for. So today our tool is your set point. Your set point is like a thermostat. It's like, well, it's an automatically set thermostat. We all have a set point with respect to resistance and change and how we deal with it. We just probably aren't aware of what it is. Now, over the last 10 plus challenges, I have been working on my set point. So my set point is more of an intentional thermostat to continually improve than it is a set point. So when we measure things, and I just drew a little beaker. Why did I draw a beaker? I don't know, I'm a nerdy engineer. So I drew a beaker and I said, okay, if the bottom is zero resistance, none, and we don't necessarily want our set point to be zero, right? Because we want to take into consideration safety and things like that. We don't want to just say a yes and go along with absolutely every change or challenge that comes our way. We want to have a little bit of resistance, but we want from no resistance up to 10 being super duper resistance, like maximum resistant. Change comes along, a challenge comes along, and you automatically shut down, say no, don't do anything. Resist it with all of your might versus having to do something differently. That would be a 10 resistance. So I ask myself, and I'm going to ask you today to share in the comments below, how do you handle change? Answer the question, how do I handle change in terms on a scale of 1 to 10? And I like to do pre-COVID, sorry about that, post-COVID, and where I'm at right now. Pre-COVID, before I was, during, and then when COVID hit, what was my resistance, and then where I am now. So for me, for example, I'm at a 3 now. Why? Well, because I've gone through this process over and over again, and I've noticed that every time I do it, I feel a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little more confident, a little more automated, less resistance to change and challenges. So no matter what comes my way, I'm keeping a level of safety there, but I'm also automatically applying the SOAP framework and getting better results than I would if I weren't doing the challenge, or if I weren't having a process that's on purpose installed in my subconscious. Before COVID, I was pretty average person when it came to changes and challenges that came my way. I kind of would go any which direction depending on how I felt about the challenge or the change initially. If I thought, okay, this is bad, I would be more resistant than if I thought, okay, this is good, this is an opportunity, how am I going to take advantage of this? And then now, when COVID hit, I, like everybody else, was uncertain, not really scared, knew I needed to make some changes, but not a lot. I have health challenges, so from a personal health concern standpoint, I knew there were certain things that I was going to have to do, I was going to choose to do, that other people weren't necessarily going to choose to do. So What are some of the what's in it for yous to do this challenge? Number one, it gives us the ability to handle changes and challenges automatically on autopilot. We learn and we practice in all areas and aspects of our life. We're going to do 9 areas and aspects of our life. In each of those, it allows us to align with our values. It allows us to decide our path and make sure that the challenges that we're facing, we deal with them in a way that's appropriate to keep us moving in the direction we want to go. It helps us to get the fastest, easiest way to get from where we are to where we want to be in any area or aspect of our life. It motivates us to make progress and improve and get in momentum moving toward those things we want in life. It's all about you and creating the life that you want. It's all about, mine's been all about me creating the life I want and going through each of the different areas and aspects of my life. Going through it 10 times in the last 2 years has been really, really powerful. And I've made incredible progress that I couldn't even have imagined before doing the challenge. It allows you to be a role model and set the example for the people you love and care about by demonstrating emotional intelligence, the ability to deal with changes and challenges in a way that seems effortless to people that are watching from the outside looking in. So those are just a couple of the things that I've gained and garnered by doing the challenge. What's in it for me? So share in the comments below one thing that's you're looking forward to or that you believe you can gain from this challenge. Why are you doing this challenge? And or your current set point when it comes to, on a scale of 1 to 10, your resistance to change and challenges. Do you go with the flow and handle challenges really easily? That's, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Average, 4, 5, 6. Struggle and resist change a little more than you think that you ought to, 7, 8, 9, 10. Share in the comments below. Any questions, hit me up, and I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.